pretty much, saying that, especially after Kyrie got hurt, then the series was over. I think our guys are using that as motivation. I use a little bit of it, but I have a lot of motivation already to just, be a part of greatness and be a part of this and be a part of this atmosphere. And, and my motivation is to make sure that my guys are ready and prepared every night we step on the floor. And I have some other motivation that I won't talk about right now, but I have so many different things to worry about than, being an underdog or guys counting us out.
So LeBron says he has secret motivations that he doesn't want to talk about right now. He hopes, in fact, that obviously he can get the title so that he can talk about those motivations. He said that to the Cleveland Plain Dealers. Stephen A., if you had to guess, which we are doing, what do you think that motivation is?
Well, I would say this. Venture to guess that obviously when you lose in the NBA Finals, as he has 3 times, being around your family, your children, your wife, your loved ones, the off seasons are very, very difficult. And if you know anything about men, when our lives are difficult, we tend to make life difficult for other people. That's just a given. But knowing some of the other things that are going on in the NBA, I suspect that there's more to his statement. And I'm not sure he'll ever admit it, even if he does win the chip. But I happen to know LeBron James well enough and know some of his confidants well enough to know that this is something that has crossed his mind. To get back to Cleveland, he had to depart South Beach. And you have to remember that in South Beach lies an individual by the name of Pat Riley. Pat Riley is the winner within. Pat Riley is a champion 5 times over. Pat Riley is a champion as a player, a coach, an executive. He knows a thing or two about winning. And by the way, it wasn't just D. Wade who played a role in LeBron James winning a championship. Pat Riley would venture to say he had something to do with that too. And when LeBron James decided to leave, in Pat Riley's world, you left him. You left him high and dry. You are officially the enemy. And so when you look at it from that perspective, and then you have a guy like D. Wade, who outside of LeBron's crew is like a brother to LeBron, and you've got him going through what he's going through right now with Miami, where he may end up leaving South Beach. He might end up going to L.A. He may end up coming to Cleveland. Stay tuned. In the event that things don't work out in Miami, and make no mistake, D. Wade's preference is that he remains in Miami, but he just wants to be treated according to his definition of fairness. If you're a LeBron James, it's rubbing you the wrong way. And in all likelihood, it's rubbing you the wrong way because you believe that part of the reason D. Wade is going through this is because of you, meaning LeBron. Remember, they're still tight. Pat Riley don't like that. Pat Riley doesn't want D. Wade tight with LeBron. Pat Riley doesn't want to see D. Wade on TV rooting for LeBron. Pat Riley doesn't want to see D. Wade wishing him well. Okay, now that kind of stuff that I just repeated, that ain't guessing. I'm telling you what I know. Y'all figure out how I know. But I'm telling you what I know. Okay? Pat Riley ain't happy about that. I'm not faulting, and nobody should fault Pat Riley for that. He's a winner. And usually to be a winner, you have to have that kind of attitude. It's us against the world. You're either with us, you're against us. Right. And that is Pat Riley's mentality, and he's not wrong about that in the slightest. But there is something there to be said that D. Wade and LeBron are so tight that part of what's going on right now is that Pat Riley, he ain't eager to further ingratiate himself with D. Wade. You got to remember, when LeBron departed last summer to come back to Cleveland, D. Wade was with LeBron a few days earlier. Miami Heat are sitting there wondering what's LeBron going to do, and they calling up D. Wade. You were just with him, and D. Wade swearing that he didn't know. Well, Pat Riley and the Miami Heat don't believe that he didn't know. They believe he knew exactly what LeBron was. Now, D. Wade will tell you he didn't know. But Pat Riley and them don't believe that. So all of these things, whether directly or indirectly, has something to do with LeBron. And I believe LeBron is cognizant of that. And I think that's just an additional thing on top of a multitude of other things, of course, that have nothing to do with Miami or Pat Riley. But I think that's one of the things that contributes to the level of motivation that he has.
I agree with your take on this. However, I have a hard time believing that LeBron James would go ahead and win this championship and blast Pat Riley publicly.
I just said he wouldn't.
Yeah,
I don't believe that yet.
But he's too classy to do that.
You're
so
right.
his remark to the Cleveland Plain Dealer that we saw in today's paper, that I hope I go ahead and close this deal. I'm paraphrasing how I said it, but I hope I go ahead and win this so that I can make this public, this secret or private motivation. Well, that would indicate it's not Pat Riley to me. It may be more along the lines of your first one about family and how much it would mean to his loved ones in his inner circle. But here's my point. If I step away from this, and you alluded to this, you can't condemn Pat Riley for holding a grudge against LeBron James. You just can't. Because remember the speech he made? Right after they lost by a record margin to my San Antonio Spurs.
71 points over 5 games.
Thank you very much.
We forgot.
5 games. Last year my Spurs beat LeBron James' team.
They did. Okay.
Thank you very much for reminding me of that so I could remind the audience of that. Just after that, Pat Riley gave a postmortem the next week. Do you remember this? And he said, I'm going to paraphrase again, but he said, the great ones don't run from this. And he alluded to the Spurs, who the year before, thanks to Game 6 and Ray Allen.
I do remember that.
Yeah, had said, let's stay together, let's face it, and let's fix it. Let's right the wrong of Game 6, which did they ever right the wrong last year in the finals? So he was basically saying, I think directly to LeBron James, don't turn tail and run from this. You stay right here, you come back, and you fix it. And then remember, after LeBron left, remember the remark of a few weeks ago? We don't have any more smiling faces with hidden agendas. Boy, that was a shot at LeBron James. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Okay. So, again, Pat Riley is the ultimate competitor on the level of a coach/GM.
Yeah.
And even as a player, I thought he was. He was an overachiever. But still, he is burning inside to get even with the king. You were talking about don't hate the king. Tell Pat Riley that.
Listen. Pat Riley is one of those dudes. Pat Riley is one of those dudes where he's a winner, man. And he's the kind of guy where don't measure his LeBron success over Miami based on 1 year. Pat Riley's got to fight. Pat Riley was contemplating retirement until LeBron left.
Yep.
He's accomplished everything and stayed on and was ultra motivated because LeBron left. And I got news for y'all. If Chris Bosh hadn't gone down, Miami would have met Cleveland in the conference finals with Bosh, with Whiteside, with Luol Deng, with D. Wade, with Goran Dragic after they acquired. Pat Riley's not standing still. Miami's coming, okay? So, again, that kind of stuff is something that needs to be mentioned. The other part to it is this. Pat Riley has to accept this reality. The only reason LeBron ever went to South Beach to begin with is because of D. Wade. And in the end, one of the biggest reasons he left was because of Pat Riley. Now, again, he's classy where he's not going to admit stuff like that. But one of the biggest reasons he left was Pat Riley. And it's always about business with LeBron. And by the way, he's happy to be back. He plans on staying right here in Cleveland, hopefully for the rest of his career. But hold on. Let this organization act up. Let this organization for 1 second think that they can take him for granted. Let him go ahead and win, because you got to remember something. LeBron James is here to win a championship. He didn't promise you Cleveland forever. He promised you that he was coming back to bring the chip home. So the point is that if he wins the chip, all right, but the organization gets a bit bold and all of a sudden forgets that he's LeBron, all right, and think that they can act differently, don't think that he's stuck here. You better treat him right this time, because the last time he was here, the organization and some people associated with it didn't treat him with the respect and deference he deserved. He's cognizant of that.
Okay, that's fine. My final point here is we part ways in our theory on one final point, and that's Dwayne Wade's role in this. Trust me on this. Dwayne Wade has mixed emotions because LeBron James, because of LeBron James leaving, remember, Dwayne took pay cuts. He sacrificed pay twice for LeBron James, to get him there the first time and then to keep him there. And LeBron left Dwayne a little high and dry, and now Dwayne is paying the price. And I agree with you. Pat is holding his feet to the fire. But trust me on this one. Dwayne Wade knows that he sacrificed for a LeBron who then went home, and that's fine. And God bless all of you, because you deserve to have him back. But Dwayne Wade is still paying a price for that.
Dwayne Wade may be paying a price, but Dwayne Wade is fully aware that LeBron James' departure had a hell of a lot more to do with Pat Riley than it had to do with him. Don't think that.
Okay, but he had already sacrificed to keep LeBron there, and now he's paying for it.
He was willing to do it. But it wasn't like LeBron didn't sit there and inform him. LeBron never sat there and said to Dwayne Wade, I'm staying.
No,
Dwayne Wade knew that LeBron had his issues
but even
with
to
people
the last
outside
moment,
of Dwayne Wade.
I think Dwayne was still a little bit surprised by it.
He wasn't surprised. He was disappointed, but he wasn't surprised. And you also have to remember, LeBron left Cleveland to give him 4 years. He owed D. Wade nothing.
Yeah,
we
but
leave it there.
That's a tough stance.
We leave it there. What is the secret motivation? We'll find out if Cleveland gets the chip. When we come back, we're talking about LeBron. Can the Warriors shut him down? That is the question. The debate on the other side of the break. First take in the flats for the NBA Finals. We'll be back in just a moment. Excited to be here. We're wrapping up our special game show with these Cleveland fans talking about none other than the King. LeBron James has been carrying the load for the Cavaliers the first 2 games. He scored 83 of their 195 points over the first 2 games. He had 44 points in game 1, 39 in game 2. So we're talking about how the Warriors defend LeBron James. We're going to ask you to put your coaching cap on, Skip Bayless. Do you believe that Golden State should change the way they've been defending?
This game in Cleveland tonight, or as you folks have been calling it, Believe Land. I like that. Thank you. Golden State has to figure out a way to push the pace, to up the RPM of this game into their kind of game. And the only way I know how to do this is to start trapping LeBron James at three-quarter court or half court. I'm not talking about doubling LeBron James. I'm talking about trapping him quickly, and because he always makes the correct basketball play, get him to give up the basketball and hope it ends quickly in the hands of one of his snipers, JR, James Jones, whoever it is, Shumpert, and that they decide to shoot it more quickly than they usually would. Now, if JR gets hot, it's good night Golden State, okay? But to me, if you keep letting LeBron James walk the ball up the floor, walk into the offense, walk somebody down into the low post, and score a basket at the end of the shot clock, that is a recipe for 2-1 Cavaliers. And that's what, okay? You got to switch that. You can't let it happen anymore.
Well, what you said is not wrong, but your reasons for it may be. What you want to do is try to exhaust LeBron, because when he walks the ball up the court, what you're doing is enabling him to get rest while the action is taking place.
I'll buy that.
Because he's catching himself a deep breath while he's just walking the ball up the court instead of being pressured. But I think the other adjustment on top of what you pointed out was I think that Steve Kerr can't be scared to stay big. In other words, if you got Andrew Bogut in the game, he's only averaging 3 points, but he's averaging 8.5 rebounds. Keep him in the game and make sure it helps limit Cleveland to one shot. Because if you limit them to one shot, you limit their offensive possessions. You force Cleveland to play more on defense. And as a result, that will help neutralize LeBron as well. Part of the reason LeBron is being so damaging is because Tristan Thompson is averaging 14.5 rebounds a game. He's giving them more possessions. And so if you take away those possessions, then obviously that's another way to neutralize LeBron. So I don't think it's really about doubling him, even though I don't have a problem with that strategy. But I think you have to limit Cleveland to one shot. You have to make sure that you match their size and their girth down low so they don't get multiple chances at the apple. And I think if you go about doing that, then there's nothing wrong with letting LeBron do his thing because LeBron is shooting less than 40% from the field. So it's not like Golden State's defense is horrific. It's that their offense isn't going. It's more important for them to get their offense going than to improve their defense. Their defense hasn't been awful. It's just that their offense has been awful, and Cleveland has had too many bites at the apple, and that's what their problem is.
Yeah, I like your point because the oddity of Game 2 to me was that Mozgov, who has been a godsend for this team,
where'd he go?
Hang on. He played 0 in the fourth quarter and 0 in overtime. How did they get away with that?
Well,
Bogut wasn't in the game.
Well, that's why Mozgov wasn't in the game.
Yeah.
Because Kerr took Bogut out to go small, and Cleveland had to match going small. But when he's in the game, you just got to make sure Mozgov doesn't outplay Bogut.
All right, Game 3, just a few hours away. We're going to recap picks on the other side of the break. Thank you so much, Cleveland. We'll be right back in just a few moments. Welcome back to First Take on the road for the NBA Finals. We're getting ready to end our show, our special game day edition of First Take. We asked you on the Twitter who would win Game 3. It's just a few hours away, and you all say 59% say that Cleveland will win. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
Thank you.
But your take, the Twitter results say that Cleveland will win. Did they get it right?
I want to say that in a shock to me, this crowd has been even better than our morning crowd.
It's crazy.
Unbelievable. Thank you.
Yeah. 30 seconds.
I truly love the city of Cleveland, but
Yeah.
I got to stick with my pick. I got Golden State tonight, 198.
LeBron's going to do his thing, but either JR or Iman Shumpert will come alive offensively. Cleveland will win the night 99-91.
Well, there you have it. The game is tonight on ABC. We'll be back here tomorrow morning at the Flats. Join us if you can. First Take on the road for the finals. You guys